Hi folks, I'm Tom. Welcome to my shop. Uh, Tonight we're going to pick up where we left off on this guy. This is my green man I was working on. And tonight we're going to work on the roof. I'll put him back here. I'm going to put a Hobbit roof on it. And as you can see, let's bring us over here. As you can see, I put some lines on it. And they're not straight lines, they're just wavy lines. And then we'll add some shingles to it as we're going. So, let me get you down there where you belong. Let's go to work. Turn this on. I'm gonna get my block. Turn this off for a second. Get this up on the block. Be easier to carve. Sometimes it's easier when you use two hands. That's better. Don't worry if your thermal takes a hop. And you see how I did that? I cut those lines. Now what we're going to do is we're going to taper these back. I'm going to go from like this point to that point. I'm going to take the top down a little bit. So you go from this point to this point. And shave that out. I cut that down a little bit there too. And make this the front. Now we're going to take this down. Take a little more out of that end. So we got tapers it in there, tapes it in there. This is going to be the front of the birdhouse, so I want the shingles coming over the front. I don't worry too much about the back. And this side here I'll do the same thing. But we're going to finish this and this. And don't worry if your Dremel jumps, because that'll all be cut out. So anyway, we're going to keep moving. Yeah, we'll do the last one down here, and then we'll add the shingles. Now you'll find out as you carve. You see how this grain goes right here? It's dark. That's a lot harder than the white wood. There's a lot more grain down here. Like this is all white. This come out real easy. They had this streak of dark going through here. That's hard wood. But anyways, we're going to do our shingle wedge. Now these don't have to be straight at all. Actually, I think the more crooked I make them, the better they look. Alright, can you see them? All I do is I'm going to cut each one of them and then we'll undercut it. get rid of them fuzzies. Okay, see what we got so far? Now we got the bottom cut in down there. The front's cut in. I'm going to change my bit. I'm going to do some undercutting. I like to undercut in between the shingles and across the bottoms to make it pop, make the shingles stick out a little bit. I use a nice pointed bit. Alright, let's do this. Oh man. Well, that happened. We gotta reglue that back together. Brush. And I have a brush here somewhere. This is a wire brush. This will help get the fuzzies off. All right. See what I got? Let me pull you over to me. Just straightened out a little bit. There you go. Well, that's one side of the roof. I usually just glue these together before I pin them, because I don't like hitting the pins with my Dremel. I thought it was glue was set up pretty good, but apparently it wasn't. Probably could have left it on a couple hours longer, but Oh well, it happens. At least I got it marked out where I can finish it up there. But that's one side. Hope you learned a little bit of something there. And I'll probably see you tomorrow night. We'll do the other side. And thanks for visiting. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave me a comment. Share it with your friends. Okay, bye-bye.